Hello, 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 my dear audience. Kristina here, your host today, and it's a new episode of KSM Podcast, Convenience Only with Kristina. And you know that I have always two amazing guest speakers, like to talk with them, and just today is such a pleasure to have my very, very special guest, Dr. Mykim Tran, far away from USA, from US. And I wanted to welcome you. Welcome, Dr. Mikim, in our show today.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you for having me here again. I'm always
Yeah.
happy to talk to you and be on your show.
Yeah, I'm always happy to have you as my special guest speaker. Yeah, and you were a guest also, but we always have something new to show up and what change in your life like that in a way because we all have some changes. That's normal. So, Mikim, tell us a little bit about you, like who you are, what you do, and your background for audience who didn't know you and who can see you for the first time.
So thank you. So I am a humanistic psychologist. So what that means is I study and I research on human potential. So my mission in life is to help individual experience meaning, purpose, and fulfillment, and that is human potential. So I do research on how to help people find the best path to experience more meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. So that's my goal. So every time I do research, it's always aligned with that to help you discover new things so you can reach your full potential. But also, another aspect of my work is to help you overcome challenges because I discovered that to reach your full potential, sometimes it's not that you don't know how to get there, it is because we have a hard time overcoming our challenges, such as like fear, family expectation, peer pressure, society, culture, tradition. They influence us a lot. And if we don't know how to overcome them, then we can't reach our full potential. So, in addition to helping you create a path to reach your full potential, my other aspect is to help you overcome challenges. So, I always try to find ways to help you overcome family pressure, friend, friend expectation, because doing my research, such as on young adult, they have trouble overcoming challenges, not because they don't know what they want. They know what their goals and dreams are. It's just that they have a difficult time overcoming challenges. So that is my number two aspect is not only to help you find the best way to reach your full potential, but also how to help you overcome challenges so you can be on the path of reaching your full potential. So, um, so that's what I do as a humanistic psychologist and a researcher.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And we need you, Dr. Miki, because you need to help us how to overcome our challenges. And also, what triggered you to be a psychologist? And maybe something from your childhood, or when did you discover that you will be who you are now? Like in terms of schooling, education, university, when did you discover that you want to just really to help people, to help when you grow up? I'm thinking about when you were child, and in that way, maybe just to connect that to align with your expertise today.
Thank you. I never thought of being a psychologist when I first started my career. That was just something I just decided to do as I learn and develop. Because when I started my career, I just want to help teenager and young adult, feel confident about themselves. That's how my career started. But as I learn and develop, I I'm sorry. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to speak. I don't see
Oh, I'm
that.
so sorry. So, so can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
So sorry. So I was saying that when I first started my career, I just want to help youth and young adult how to feel good about themselves, especially when it comes to health and wellness. And so that's how I started my career as a speaker. But then I want to give them confidence to improve their health. So I decided to get my master in health psychology to understand more about health and my motivation when it comes to health issue. So that's how I decided to come get my master in health psychology. However, I discovered the area of humanistic psychology when I was doing my master program. And I wanted to help them discover their strength, reach their full potential. And that's when I discovered humanistic psychology doing my master program. And the moment I discovered that area, oh my God, it captivated me immediately. I become so excited. I feel like this is what I meant to do. So that's when I decided to pursue my PhD in humanistic psychology. And I was so excited. You don't know how excited I was to start my PhD journey. And so my that's how I decided to pursue my PhD in humanistic psychology. But I did not realize that being a humanistic psychologist and researcher was my calling until at the end of my PhD program. That's when I realized that okay, being a humanistic psychology and a researcher is what I meant to do. And so not until I reached the end of my PhD program, that's when I realized that it's doing research to help people create meaning and purpose. That was like, so I was so excited. And that's what I believe at that moment, at this moment, is what I meant to do. And I don't know what the future holds because as human being, I will learn new things about myself, which means there will be new paths that will be better fit for my new self. So and that's human potential. It's about growing, about discovering new things about yourself. And so that's why my current path right now is being a humanistic psychologist and researcher. But in the future, I don't know what that new thing is until I discover more about myself, until I discover new path that fit. So so in this case, my career is like learning as you go. I never know that I want to become a humanistic psychologist at the beginning. It is only through my master program, it's only through I learn and develop. That's how, because I didn't know that I want to become a humanistic psychologist until I learned more about myself until the end of my PhD program. That's when I realized that, okay, this is what I truly want to do
This is what
right
I
now.
want
Right now. Right
right
now.
now.
The key is right now.
And tell me when you decided to when you see to your master program and everything, what did you what did you discover about you? What did you start to implement in terms of you, to discover yourself in terms your potential, to get more? As you mentioned, you wanted to be with psychologists with children, but also what was maybe you use some like after that master some maybe I don't know how to say it, to educate yourself either that you've done your master studies.
Well, the thing that helped me discover myself more is through applying it. So before my master program, I thought that I just want to help them with like nutrition and exercise and maybe self-confidence a little bit. But once I entered my master program, I discovered that I was more passionate more about mental health, such as mindset, such as self-esteem, and more about self-confidence. So the moment I discovered that I'm more interested in the mental health mindset field, I start to talk more about those areas comparing to about nutrition or exercise. So I shift. So the moment I discover something new about myself, I shift my career to it. So before I start out, I talk about nutrition and exercise more. But when I start discover through my master program, I talk more about self-esteem, mental health, and mindset because I discovered that that's where more of my passion lies. So through learning from my master and applying it, of course, applying to help the youth, that's when I discover more about myself. So the moment I discover something new about myself, I make that shift immediately. Um, it's the same when I discovered about humanistic psychology. The moment I discovered that humanistic psychology was more of my passion, I adjust my career. I adjust my speaking topic to fit more of humanistic psychology. But of course, I still talk about mental health, self-esteem, self-confidence, nutrition when it's needed, but not as my core expertise anymore. But my core expertise when it comes to humanistic psychology is about motivation, mindset, meaning, and purpose. So I talk a lot more about that now, but I will talk about self-esteem, mental health when it's needed to help them reach their full potential. So
That's great. And I know that you work a lot with students, that you have your foundation. Uh,
yes.
can you share with us a little bit? And I know that you wrote a book, so we can go one by one
Well,
to move because you have a lot of to share with us. And I know because you were my guest speaker, and I know how you are very focused on your on your in your area, what you do as working with students and your foundation, and what people, just students, can just expect from that foundation, and what is the core of your foundation working with students.
okay. So yeah, before I share you my latest book, WakeUp Foundation, it's called WakeUp Foundation, and I developed in 2013. So that's 13 years ago. So the reason why I developed WakeUp Foundation is to help the low income youth between 14 to 24. Because I was working in a low income community, and there was a lot of youth that seek for my support, but they couldn't afford it because at that time I was like a paid service, but then they seek my service, but they couldn't afford it. So that's how Wake Up Foundation was developed. So at Wake Up Foundation, we help youth with personal development to understand who they are, their strength, their talent, how to develop a career that gives them meaning and purpose, stress management, self-esteem and self-confidence. Because at the end of the day, my goal for them is to develop a meaningful lifestyle. And of course, that comes with a meaningful career because a career is a big chunk of your life. So at the end, we help them make sure how to develop a meaningful career and lifestyle where they can contribute to their community. And that's our mission. Our mission is to help them to use their passion and their strength to contribute to the community, to build a stronger community. So that's our mission. And we believe that the best way to fulfill that is to help them create a meaningful lifestyle and career out of it. So that's what we do for them. So we hold workshop, we hold presentation, we hold coaching, and then we also do outreach to help them engage. How can they use their strength and talent to support the community? And that's where meaning and purpose come in.
And do you work there online or offline? And also, do students from do you work globally with Wake Up Foundation or only in the area of US?
So in person, I only work go, in the original, but on Zoom, is globally. So any young adult or teenager that can show proof that they are between 14 and 24, uh, and they are low income. Usually, if they can show proof that they're low income, then we will take them uh, for no fee or very minimal fee for it. Um, so anyone that's between 14 to 24 with low income.
And if they have some kind of that needs, what you offer, and you sort like to help them to build that to say that sustainable and very what you mentioned to develop from there, from community strengths and everything what they need as young people.
Yes.
That's really great, and congratulations, for your Wake Up Foundation is with now many years of, as you mentioned, when you founded 2013.
2013.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be 13 years, so
Yeah. Well, actually,
that's a long time.
it been 13 years because our physical year start on March. So it been 13 years and 1 month. So
Congratulations.
yeah.
That's really great, and this is really way what you decided to help people, to help young people with low income. That's pretty good. I mean, so that's very, very honest and very useful for people to, and also for parents who are not in position to pay too much, so they can just, or of course I'm inviting you, young students, if you need something like from what Dr. Mykim said, you can just connect with Mykim. I will put on links so that you can know much more about Wake Up Foundation. And I know that you're present also on Instagram, is WakeUp Foundation, where young people can find you, because this is such a good as a digital marketing coach and consultant. I know that young people mostly use Instagram, not just, but that's so popular for them more than
Yeah.
Facebook and LinkedIn. So for all of you who wanted to connect with Wake Up Foundation and to get to know more, you can go on Instagram and connect. You can find Wake Up Foundation. As I said, I will put links. Just to be much more concise, to concise it and conclude that part about Wake Up Foundation. So, Dr. Miki, I know you mentioned that you wrote a book, and this is I think that is not going to be your first book. You wrote many, I mean.
Yeah, I did. So my latest book is called Life Success Formula. But yeah, my first book was
Yeah, can you show what does the title of previous books and
the
show
first book
up with
is
that?
so my first book is self-esteem building because like I said, when I first started out my career, I was talking about a lot of self-confidence and mental health and self-esteem doing my master program. So so I created this book to start my career because at that time that was my knowledge and skill that I have. So I put it all together on the concept of self-esteem and self-confidence. I put together and published my this first book, which is 2014 when this book was published. So it been 12 years since I published my second book, which is the Life Success Formula.
Congratulations on your newest book.
Book. So yeah. So like again, this book is to help you overcome your challenges. And like I shared before, in order to reach your full potential, you must learn how to overcome your challenges. If not, then it's difficult for you to reach your full potential, like I shared. And so that's the reason why I wrote this book is to help you overcome your challenges so you can reach your full potential. So so that's
That's
why I
great. And
this
when you
book.
mention what you do, that is the best way to put that in the book, that readers can read it, and students and young people. And tell me, who is mostly the target, who is niche in terms of readers for your book, like ages, like young people, adults, uh, like mothers, fathers.
Well, we all have challenges, but my target is always the young adult. It's not that adult don't have challenges. They have challenges and they
Yeah,
can
yeah,
use this
we
book
all have challenges, to be
challenges.
honest, of
Uh-huh.
course.
But my target is the teenager and young adult, or even younger these days. I found out that the younger one is ready to learn how to prepare for themselves. So my target is always the young generation because it's easier to prepare them. at a younger age. So when they get older, they can have a better path to reach their goal, to create meaning and purpose. Because they do want meaning and purpose. No one don't. And all the youth that come to WakeUp Foundation or me individually, they say that they want a meaningful lifestyle. But it's just that they have a difficult time overcoming their challenges. So my target is them, but this book is for everybody because everybody have challenges. Everybody still want to reach the full potential no matter what age they are. 50, 60, 70, 80. They still strive to be better, to be more, to reach their full potential. So but the reason why I target the young generation is to so they can live a more fulfilling life, live longer, a more meaningful life longer. But if they wait until they're 40 or 50, they have less years of experience, meaning, and purpose. But my goal is to help people experience as much meaning and purpose as soon as possible. And by doing that, they have a better chance of building their community upfront. Because if you experience meaning and purpose at a young age, that means you have more opportunity to support your community. You have more opportunity to support your community. And the more opportunity you have to do that, that means our society will be better, the world will be better, the sooner you're able to create meaning and purpose. And but you have to know how to overcome your challenges along the way. If not, it will be difficult for you. So
Yeah, and also we all have opportunity to be better and create better place for living in this world. Um, yeah, we always have opportunity for us, either how many, it doesn't matter ages, because we always have something new to add to ourselves and to change inside of us and to be better version of ourselves. So that's, and now when you mentioned the title, New Success Formula, can you share with us what is the core and what did you cover in that book in terms of topics? I know you mentioned four areas you cover, but if you can share with us first one, second, however, just to approach your book to our audience.
okay. So in my book, um, there's four core areas that I cover that help people overcome challenges that I see that many people face challenges, and then I put four core area together. So the four core area is the science. The science is about having the right knowledge, because a lot of time people have the wrong knowledge, and it doesn't matter how much you apply the wrong knowledge, you won't get the success you want. You keep facing challenges. So in this case, the science, I share people how to learn successfully to make sure that they have the right knowledge up front. So the moment they apply, they will get the result and not have to make guess or assumption. So because I have a lot of people that they keep applying the wrong knowledge, and they don't know why they are failing, or they don't know why they keep facing that challenges. So so that's the first one. And the arts is creativity. Another challenge that I see a lot of people face is a lack of creativity. So because there's a lot of time goals that you have big goals that require you to try different things in order for you to succeed. Especially if you have big goal with big purposes, oftentimes you will fail a few times before you succeed. But if you fail so many times and your creativity is not high, then you're more likely to give up because you feel like, oh, there's no more solution. But when you have high level of creativity, you can always come up with new ways to do something because creativity has no limit. So the higher your creativity, the more you will persist, continue to find a path to your goal. Because if you have a goal, there is a way. It just depends on how creative you are.
And when you mentioned that people just one question, by the way, when they failed once, twice, but I think that that failure, when they fail, it's new opportunity for them, not just to fail and stop it. As you said, we will continue through your, but just to do some discussion on this topic. Like you mentioned, that people just use something wrong in terms to help in science, for example. You mentioned that they use some educational stuff, but that there is no way to bring it what they want, like maybe. And what do you think? Why that they happen? That happen because they don't know to use right educational material, books or a coach or however.
Well, two aspects. Well, I was talking about the creativity, since since knowledge. There's a lot of ways how to apply it, and and it's up to you to figure out how to apply it for your goal. But so I can give you the right knowledge all the time, but you have to still figure out how to apply that knowledge that fit who you are, that fit your goal. Since each of us has different goals, which means we have to use that knowledge slightly different. But in order to use that knowledge successfully, you have to be creative. And so a lot of time people have a difficult time using their knowledge creatively because they are not creative enough. Uh, and that's a challenge that I see many people face. It's not that they have the wrong knowledge, but it's the lack of creativity. How do they apply it? Uh, and so and so the arts I share uh, to people how to develop their creativity, and how to approach their goal in a way that fit who they are, which will increase their success rate.
And this is so useful. I think that this episode, this show today will be so helpful for our audience because that is in terms that you talk about creativity, and there are people who just wanted to start some new business or change something in their life or in relationship or whatever relation is about. And they think that they just like get back. Then that they move step forward, they put step back sometimes, and they're in a fear how to do it. So that will be so useful for our audience just to learn from you today, from this show and episode, what you're sharing with us. And thank you so very much for that, because I just think that for the listeners will be so blessed to hear something what you do exactly in and what you share in your book.
So so yeah, the so like you said, a lot of people they want to prove their relationship, and they don't know how. So and that's where creativity come in. They want to improve their personal life, such as their health, their career, or whatever. They already have the talent and skill for it, but it's just that how do they apply it, take that to the next level, and that's where creativity come in. So um,
Yeah, and the point is just to try to take action. And when you take action, we have never know how it's going to be. But when we take action, we can see what works, what doesn't work, or but I think that when we think about something, it's not the same when we put that in action place, like a action taker. And I always say, be action taker, and just think about whenever you try something and you fail, this is new opportunity because you were through that path, you feel that and you see, okay, and you are much more stronger because you're experienced and you're
yes,
action taker, and then you can say, okay, and this is an door open, one door open, the other closed. So, and this is a way we need to take action. In the action, this is the best way practice to do it, not just to think about and say, oh, I want it to be, for example, there are people who say, I want it to be actor, for example. But if I don't go to act and to play as actor, how can I say, if I didn't try, if I didn't apply, how I can go there and say, okay, I'm not actor, but I wanted to be. And people ask you, did you try? Did you ever try? And you say, no. What do you expect? just
Yeah.
I'm just trying to connect
Mhm.
with your explanation.
Yeah. And yeah, and then for the great thing about trying and failing, it will increase your creativity. So because creativity is about trying new things. So let's say you try something new and you fail. That's okay. If you fail, your creativity still increase because creativity is just about doing new things. It's not about the outcome. As long as you try new things, then your creativity increase. No matter you have a positive or negative outcome. So it's not about the outcome. Creativity is just the process of learning and trying. That's how creativity works. Creativity is not about the outcome. So if you fail, that doesn't decrease your creativity. Uh, the more you fail, actually, that means the more you try new things, and the more you try new things, that means the higher your creativity level. So, so again, creativity is not about outcome. It's about the process of trying and learning and failing. So if you want to increase your creativity, you want to try as many things as possible, fail as many times as you like, because that will
No
increase your
boundaries, no
yeah, no
boundaries.
about
So
that's
we're, yeah, we are so creative, we're so authentic.
Mhm,
And, there are people who start, I know for some people who started to study new university, like from totally different, it was mechanical engineer, and he started to use some alternative medicine. And he was 70
mhm,
in that time because he had problem with the heart, and then he as you said, I tried to discover something, and I wanted to be a psychologist to work with kids, uh, younger, and then after that you started your master degree and everything. You said, okay, I see that I can shift something, and I wanted to do, you were to different angle of psychology. So that's something when what we experience as own self, what we have in our
yes.
heads, and then we can put that, and sometimes business comes on our door in that way, like to share it.
And yeah, and that's I think that's how I support my creativity as well. Like I said, the moment I learn something new about myself, I apply it right away. And I think now that I'm talking to you and looking back in my life of everything that I did, I think it's because the moment I discover something new about myself, I apply it right away into my life or into my career. And I think that's one that helped me develop my creativity because I'm willing to give it a try. I'm doing something new all the time when I discover something new. So,
Yeah, and when you mentioned, we will continue going through your book to talk about, but when I'm talking for myself, for example, I was so shy in front of camera. Either that English is my second language, however, and yours always, I think so. That, but you used to live in US, where people speak English every single day. And when I was doing a challenge, 21 day. In that time, maybe it was 5 years from now. And I started creating, that was my creativity in that way. And I say, okay, I hosted four ladies entrepreneurs and created 15 videos. In that time, I was, oh, but I like to speak, and I like to speak and speak, never ending story. And this is how I started. It was from Entrepreneur Day, like a podcast interview. And after that, I've done my rebranding, KSM Growing Business Online, KSM Podcast Growing Business Online with Kristina. So for me, it was, if I didn't try that, it was social media management and digital marketing plan strategy. And I do every single day, I post in my Facebook group, which I had my mentor and partner from Australia. And she always she always goes live and speak. And I was like, okay, like I put some posts, put some like, and But when I opened my mind and when I started and when I took action, I saw that, and I'm here now because and this podcast in 4 years, 23, 2024, 5, and now 2026 is top 20 in category of online business by fifth spot to listen to. It's in place now on 9, sometimes 10. However, and when I uploaded it, they congratulated me. And if I didn't take action, I have never been now. I have never been here with you today and be your host. So that's something what I really want also to share, my experience with in connection with your book
Yeah, so
as
that's so
example
good.
for other people to start something and try.
Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, creativity is about doing new things. Don't worry about the outcome. Um, the outcome positive, that's not creativity. Creativity is just the process of trying new things. So yeah. So I'm glad you did that.
Thank
Otherwise, we
you.
won't be. Otherwise, we won't be here today, right?
Yes, of course, either that you were last year or 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Go.
However, this is normal, like, because I have amazing guest speakers, and to be honest, I learn from my guests, have opportunity to ask them to get some answers, different people, different knowledge, different authentic people. We all have our authenticity, and this is something real. And I really love what I do from my heart. I do it from my heart, and people can resonate with that. They see that. That's so true. Okay, what we have else in your book? What will be? It was science, creativity,
So the next one is the motivation.
motivation.
Yeah, and that's obvious. A lot of times people can't achieve their goal is the lack of motivation. It's like I can't push forward. Uh, so so in this book, I talk about the science of motivation. When it comes to human potential, there are different level of motivation, and you want to make sure you align with the highest level of motivation. And so, but a lot of times people align the goal with the lowest level of motivation just to survive. So in the book, I share the hierarchy of motivation, such as survival need, safety need, belonging needs, self-esteem need, and self-realization need, which is the top of motivation. So for example, if you want to be at the highest level of motivation, you want to create meaning and purpose. You want to support a cause that you care about. So, like for example, successful business. Bombas. You know Bombas, the sock company. Do you know the sock company? Bombas. Bombas. Um, so their cost is that every time someone purchase a pair of socks from them, they will donate a pair of socks to the homeless. So, which means their mission is homelessness. Their cause is to support the world by decrease homelessness. So they have a bigger mission besides just their company. And so that's why they always have motivation to move forward
And
with their business.
how we can express it, how we can move like on stairs one, how we can raise that motivation in a
So
way, level of motivation. How can you just align with that maybe for the audience to understand better what I don't know what to say, that you have like level 1, level 2, level 3, but what will be for very ordinary person, like people who are, there are different people, but all need motivation, whoever will, either whatever they do, like in their business, in their life, in their scaling their business. We have different opportunities to to motivate for something, like to have different motivations.
so um so I can't go through all the level, but like I said, we want to align ourselves with a higher purpose. So like the company, the higher purpose is homelessness. So uh, in your life, you also want to align yourself with a higher purpose. Um, so think about a cause that you care about, such as war, hunger, child abuse, animal abuse, environmental cleanliness, or whatever a cause that you care about, that you want to contribute, and you want to get involved with it, and you want to contribute as a lifestyle. So, like for example, let's say that you work 8 hours a day, and you want to still support your cause. So, okay, you can spend 1 hour after work. What can you do to support your cause? So, if your cause is homelessness, after you work, you want to think to yourself, what can I do to support the homelessness? Or whatever your cause is, war hunger. What can you do 1 hour to reduce war hunger? Or if you can't do it daily, you can do it once a week, once a month, or twice a month, or however you want to align it with your lifestyle. But the key word here is lifestyle. You want to incorporate that into your lifestyle and not just do once a while. So if you decide to support your cause every day, that's great. Or if you really lack on time and you just want to support your cause once a week or once a month, but the key is whatever you decide to do as a lifestyle, you decide. But of course, the more you spend time of supporting your cause, the more motivation you have to overcome your challenges. So if you have goals that are big, health goal, relationship goal, career goal, if you have something that is bigger than you, that you contribute, you will have motivation to overcome your challenges. And so no matter what. And so that's why sometimes people, no matter what happened in my life, I always find ways to overcome my challenges because I have a higher purpose, which is uh, what can I do to help people create meaning and purpose, to support the community. And I always have that in front of me. That's my mission. And so, no matter what kind of goal I have, I always have motivation to move forward because I have something bigger outside of me that I strive to. So, when you can have that, then no matter what kind of challenges you face in health, relationship, career, you will have motivation to overcome your
And
challenges.
do you think that you can change yourself? And do you feel uh, that you feel better when you help people to? This is a way that you change yourself as well. That your motivation is bigger and bigger because when you see how do you help, how did you help people, and also you feel satisfaction as a doctor.
Yes, that's right. So when you help people, you helping people, but you're also helping yourself. So when I'm helping people, yes, I'm helping people, but I'm nourishing my spirit because when I help people, I'm creating meaning and purpose, which means I'm nourishing my spirituality, my spirit, my human spirit. So and as you learn about human potential, I learned that when you do something positive, it benefit everybody. Yes, when I go out there and help people, I benefit them, but it also benefit me because we are all connected. So when I improve others, it also improve me because I will learn from them and I will see their behavior and then I will reflect back to my own behavior. So so I learned that when you do something positive for people, it will also benefit you. But when you do something positive for yourself, others will also benefit because we're all connected. And so and that is human potential, is seeing that we're all connected. So
And
this
this is the
is
way what I do, like this KSM podcast, maybe is with Kristina. I help people just to that people that world can hear their voice, that they can share their story, that they can just imagine that I help that business owners to move forward, to go international, to be global, and have different every single Friday, I deliver one episode on YouTube, on audio, on video. And just imagine how many people just connected in that way. And this is a way, an opportunity for guest speakers to share their story. And also, how am I satisfied? Because I learned from all of you, and we're not the same personas every single day, because that this is when you are a giver, you're a receiver.
Yes.
And I like to be a giver, and I received such a good vibration, like in that positive way. And I'm super happy today to have you as my special guest speaker to share your about your book, because we're always in position to learn new things from uh, for myself, for my guest speakers, but also, as you mentioned, we are all connected, and this is a way when we can also in that common world, and also we can mm, uh, just uh, obstacles, we can just overcome them,
Yes.
and this is a way that we can help each other. This is a way together we are more stronger to move forward and to use our potential. But we are really, as a human, we have no boundaries, and we
We
have really
don't.
do some things which we cannot dream about, but we need to be in action, what we
Yes.
mentioned before today.
So yeah, sometimes when I see your podcast on social media and when I see different people from different around the world, yeah, that inspired me. I say, wow, that's cool. So
Yeah, either that I'm in Serbia and Southeast Europe, and thankful to technology, and people don't speak, as I said, you speak English every single day, but here people speak English, but it's not native language. So and the point is just to move forward, and you have opportunity to speak from people globally, from Canada, US, UK, New Zealand, Australia, I don't know, Malaysia, Japan, I don't know, all around the world, Sweden, I cannot remember. And this is something very, and when people just ask me, this is the way how I feed my brain. This is the
yeah,
way how I feed my soul, because I really love that. To
yeah.
talk with different people with different expertise. And there are people who were two, three times guest speakers on my podcast. And I really do this from my heart.
Oh, well, I can see that.
And if my guests speaker are happy, I'm
Oh,
happier,
there
because
you
we're all
go.
happy.
Oh,
Yes. And you
yes,
see how they grow, because we always have opportunity to share something new, like you today. New knowledge, new book, new course. I don't know, that's this is a way. And what I coach people, this is like a build your online presence and become more visible, using for them create a different variety of strategies. And this is a way that I you need to be much to be level up, and position yourself and be present online. Either that you are a news on a blog, magazine, website, or social media pages, which you platforms which you use it, and much more.
yes.
So thanks for giving time to share this one, by the way.
Oh,
This is human potential also,
yes, it
what we're talking now.
is. That's cool.
What will be next part, chapter of your book, what you wrote there?
So the last session in the book is called the mindset. Um, so the mindset is I help people how to see challenges as positive thing, because a lot of time people when they face a challenges, they feel demotivated because they see challenges as something negative. It's like a failure. Uh, but the thing is, challenges can be a positive thing if a mindset is positive. So positive or negative, it just depends on your mindset. So, like for example, if you have a positive mindset, most likely you see things as positive. But if you have a negative mindset, most likely you see things as negative. So it just all depend on your mindset. So in the book, I share different mindset tip and tool to help people see that challenges is not a negative thing, as a positive thing. And so when you see challenges as a positive thing, you're more likely to want to
You're
associate with
happy.
it.
You're
You're
happy.
happy,
You have
exactly.
motivation to do it. And this is in
Uh-huh.
connection, I mean.
So so that's what, and challenges can be a positive thing. It's just that they don't see it that way. So I share different mindset, such as the abundant mindset, such as the growth mindset, the positive mindset, and how does that type of mindset help you see challenges as a positive thing. And so so the more
Mhm.
positive you see your challenges, the more motivation you will have to
But can you share
overcome
with
them.
us how do you, not like a definition, but how do you align with mindset? For example, if someone asks, what is a mindset? I don't can say how I can set my mind, like mindset to be like a very, just to be a little funny stuff. But how people, we can, okay, we need to have mindset about something. We have to have a mindset to start our own business journey. We have to have a mindset to, I'm talking from my perspective, um, to have mindset to be much more online. People are shy, how, whatever, we need to have mindset. But how we can, yeah, you express it in the book also. But for audience, can you just a little bit explain that? What what were the how people can change them? For example, someone wanted to be, I don't know, pilot. That's pretty that's pretty hard. How, whatever we want to, we need to say our brain, okay, I wanted to do it, and I wanted, how it works. Just maybe there are people who heard about, and we all say mindset, but how to structure it, for example, for something.
Okay, so let's take challenges as the example. How do we develop a positive mindset toward challenges? So 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 the definition of mindset is belief that you hold. So you hold towards certain things. So let's say that challenges. So when it comes to challenges, what are the things that pop up when you hear the word challenges? So some people will pop up negative. They think challenges is a negative thing. So that is a belief. They believe that challenges is a negative thing. So that is a mindset. So a mindset is a set of belief. So when it comes to challenges, they believe that challenges is a negative thing. Challenges is a failure. Challenges is a stop sign. So those are all beliefs that they have toward challenges. So that create their mindset, which is a negative mindset. So all those beliefs that they have, such as challenges as a stop sign, challenges as a failure, challenges as a negative thing, those thoughts come together and create the mindset that challenges is a negative thing.
And
And so
how we
when
can overcome to think positive or something.
so in order to shift that, then you want to have different beliefs toward challenges, such as, so in the books, I share a few beliefs, so such as challenges is an opportunity to learn new knowledge and skill. So if every time you have a challenges and you feel that, oh, this is the opportunity to learn and grow, to overcome. So because when you face a challenges, you lack in knowledge and skill. So therefore, it's give you opportunity to learn knowledge and skills. So when a challenge manifests, you want to think that, oh, this is the opportunity to learn and grow. So that is a mindset. So when you can think like that, it's more positive for challenges. Or positive, another mindset is personal growth. Every time you face a challenges, you say, oh, okay, this is the opportunity for me to grow myself, to build my resilience, because every time I overcome a challenges, I become stronger. So by having that mindset, every time you encounter challenges, you want to say to yourself, ah, this is an opportunity for me to learn new knowledge and skill. This is an opportunity for me to build my resilience. This is an opportunity to build my character. And when you have those three things, those three beliefs, those three positive beliefs become your positive mindset. And the more you
Thank
believe,
you for sharing.
so so it's about how do you see it. So and there's a lot of things when it comes to challenges that is positive. And so the more you see it like that, that's your belief, that's your thoughts, and that create your mindset. So
And when you mention personal branding, personal growth, what do you think when you? I think that you, especially with students, for example, because I want always to help my audience and people, business owners who wanted to start business or maybe who quit a corporate job and they have mindset about starting that business. And they are in fear, for example. But also, I think from that perspective, what they need to do they need to start to work more on their personal growth, on their personal brand, and then move forward into that business brand to start.
well, okay, so you mentioned that they have fear, correct? The fear, whatever fear that is, fear of failures or whatever. So which means what is their mindset when it comes to fear, to failure? Do they have the mindset, a positive mindset when it comes to failure? Do they see failures as a negative thing, or a positive thing? So if their fear is failure, then they want to see failures as a positive thing, such as failure increase my creativity, like we talked. Even if you fail, it will still increase your creativity. If you fail, you still learn and grow. So even if they start out a career and something new and they have the fear of failure, then they need to train their mindset to see failure as a positive thing. And when they see failure as a positive thing, then they're more likely to have the motivation to start their career, to do what they need to do, because they fear of failure is a positive thing. It's not a negative. So they
Because when
will,
I said when you have fear, but when you have your failure can help you to open your eyes, to open.
yes,
I see that as much more new opportunities, not step back, as I said, or imposter syndrome. I'm not affordable. I'm not good in that. I cannot just, we always talk about, you mentioned and you heard about imposter syndrome, but also we need to do it and take action, open it. And if we fail down, we can move forward, try this, try that, but no like ending story. We can stop in some way to start with something,
yes.
to see
So
what is fit for us, what align with our self and position and finances and everything. We are in a way to start our new business.
yes. And you mentioned about personal growth. Uh, when you start your journey, what is the personal growth that they need to do? Well, well, we just talk about it. Like you just share, when you try new things and you fail, even if you fail, you still learn something about yourself. So that is personal growth. Every time you learn something new about yourself, then that is a positive thing. And so if people can see that, then they have more motivation to take action, to fail. Because like I said, failure, no matter if you fail, you still learn something about yourself, and that is personal growth, and that should be a positive thing, no matter what.
And this is what I
So
always tell to my clients and my students, that I'm always to encourage them, either that I'm not in that, but we need psychology as well as the coaches. Whatever part of, if we talk about leadership, we talk about, we are only human being to the end of the day, either that our day try 8 hours, and in terms of working, and we're over here uh, to help them to discover, like in coaching part. I think that coach needs to discover in his or her client what that client can do new feature, new um, uh, characteristics, new everything, because we sometimes have something behind the scene, and it's like that we're like hiding somewhere in ourselves. But we need to open that potential, and whoever a coach is about in business and health coach, life coach, whoever. I think if you agree with me that this is a that coach is here to discover and yours is to move forward as a client, as a student, and to
Yes.
open your eyes. I mean, just that you can work on your project or your business and something like that
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
motivate you as a
You said
client.
it well.
Like my job is just to help my guest speakers to open up and to sit down in front of camera and speak with me or start their own um,
Yeah.
podcast, because people are so shy in front of camera. Video marketing is much more in connection today. When you listen to someone on YouTube, on wherever, whenever you just think about that you know that person who speak in front of camera, because you listen to see body language, motive, mimics, whatever. So the mimics, and that's good.
Yeah. You said it well.
Thank you. I'm not psychologist, but we are all in some way need to that we have perception about something through
Yeah.
our practice and experience.
And we
Uh,
do. Each of us has a perception, and it's important for us to share it. And that's because creativity, that's creativity. Each of us has a creative mindset within us because we are different, right? And when we are different, that means we are creative. And so, mhm,
yeah, we are really great, and that's this is where, as I said, we as a human potential, we have no barriers, we have no boundaries,
yes, we don't.
especially in art mode, in everything what we wanted to create, what we wanted to design, and human design, and especially if you can say, okay, who I wanted to be in terms of professional. I wanted to change something, and I don't want it to be that professional. Maybe I don't know what to say, to copy paste someone, influencers or some that's, but you need to work on yourself, who you want it to be, like in terms what you need to shift, what you need to repair, what you need to, how I can say it,
Uh,
to overcome your. But the main point is to be action taker. If you just think in your mind, that's that's no way to do it, because we can only feel that if we take action. As I said about my podcast, as I said about many things, and we see where we are and what we've done and what we need to do and how we can move, what steps we will do it and forward it in a
yeah.
next
So,
step. It was such a great interview today. I'm super happy. Yeah. Also, what you can share about the book, where people can buy it, and I will put on links about it, about your book, and about amazing Dr. Mykim.
so yeah, I will have the link for Christina to share, but you can always buy on Amazon also. Um, the link that I will give to Christina will be directly from the publisher, so you can buy directly from them. But if not, on Amazon, you can type in my name and it should pop up also, or you type in the title, it will pop up also. So either ways will pop up either way.
And you have
Uh,
also digital copy that people can read it on in Kindle, or just they can buy a hard copy.
on Amazon, I think there's an option where you can buy the e-version way because it's the publisher and I agree to do it on e-version way as also. So
like a hard copy or also like what
Yeah,
you can you show
yeah.
the book again, just please pop
So
it
here's
up.
a hard copy, but I think on Amazon you can order a Kindle version also. So
That's great. Yeah, Dr. uh, Mykim, it's a pleasure talking to you, like as always, and you always share with us such an amazing thing, and you're researching and what you do. So, and before we ramp up our call, let me know: do you work only with? You mentioned that that book is for everyone, but also, do you who are mostly your clients?
so um so a lot of my client through WakeUp Foundation is the young adult and teenager, but the thing is I have a lot of adult who want the same teaching. So I do have a lot of adult also on my own website, but so I started out just focusing on young adult, and that's still my main because I said I wanted to help them create meaning and purpose as soon as possible. That's how you build a stronger community as soon as possible. But today, I help everybody because a lot of adults reach out to me because they retire, they want something more meaningful in their life.
Or
Just
they
as
wanted to
senior,
change career, or they
yeah,
are
change
stuck with
career,
something. And what
yeah.
mostly are adults come to you? What are their pain points? What are their problems that you can solve?
Well, okay, change career. The one that's mid age, around like 40, they want something more meaningful. They feel like they work, they after they work, they go home, they feel like the life is still missing something. And so they reach out to me and I talk about the meaning and purpose behind their work. Do they have a higher cost for their work? And so those are the ones that want to change career and to give them more meaning and purpose. And the great thing is that sometimes they don't need to change career. They just need to have, like I said, a higher purpose on the side. They can still work if they feel like, oh, I'm not gonna make enough income when they change career, because that's a lot of fear for people. They feel like, oh, I'm not gonna have income to support my family. Okay, they stick with that career, but like I said, the motivation. Do you have a higher purpose on the side? Do you contribute to a higher cost when you're not working? And that will give them meaning and purpose while still in the current career. But if, when they are ready to transition to a new career that's more meaningful, then we can take that step forward also. But a lot of people, they have, again, the fear of how I'm going to support my family or myself when I switch career and no income coming in. And so I help them how to experience meaning purpose alongside
And
their
maybe they
career.
can stay still in that
That,
company, but they can
yeah,
also try to do another job that they
yeah,
can add
exactly.
to raise their income, or
And when they are
however.
ready, yeah, and when they are ready to make that shift to the full-time job of a meaningful career, then we will take that shift when they are ready for it. And sometimes senior, not a big population, but sometimes senior will come to me also because when you retire, you still want meaning and purpose. As human being, if you're still alive, you still want
As I
to feel
mentioned today, that he was mechanical engineer and he started to study university online alternative medicine to
there you
help
go.
himself. He had a problem with heart attack. And
Uh-huh.
he started to do it like in 70. He was 70.
Yeah, there you go. See? So
Yeah.
as long as you are alive, we always want to have something meaningful. And so sometimes I have senior that's like 60 or 70. They say, okay, I'm retired now. What do I do now to give me more meaning and purpose? So I help them, okay, say you're not working, but you still need to support a cause. You need to go out once a week, twice a week, whatever your cost is, you want to continue going out there and contribute to your community, to your society, to give them meaning and purpose that the life is still worth living. So, so Like yeah, meaning and purpose is not really about career or about not a career. It's about to nourish your human spirit. So as long as you are alive, your human spirit will crave for that meaning and purpose. So it's not. So I educate the young adult all the time. Meaning and purpose is not about just a career. It's about something to fulfill you as a human being. But of course, if you make income out of it, then that's the extra benefit. That's the great benefit that come along with it. But but it's something that we need to do no matter if you are homeless, if you are unemployed, if you are working, if you are a senior or not. As long as you are alive, we have that craving. So
That's great. And do you have something like a freebie or some like a workbook or some checklist? Maybe we can share it, or people can go to your website and they have some resources to use it, like newsletter or blog or something like that,
yes, on the
to
website.
connect with you deeper, or you have some free consultation that they can connect with you also, or listeners.
So on the website, there's a page that you can download free report. I write free report all the time. Like study and merge. I write free report. Like I write report on meaning and purpose. I write report on creativity, on mindset and motivation. And you can go on the website and download it for free. So and as new study come up and evolve, I will create a new report.
Yeah,
And
but and before that, when you do some new study, I will invite you to join again to share new things. And tell me website, the title of your website, the name, because people sometimes like more to listen than to read. I will
yes.
put all in content description mode, but
So my website is www.mykimtran.com. Simple as that.
.com.
Yeah.
And
Dot com.
your website, you are present on LinkedIn, on Instagram, Facebook, and also Wake Up Foundation.
Yeah. So for me personally, I'm active on LinkedIn and Reddit. But for WakeUp Foundation is on Instagram.
Uh, Dear Dr. Mykim, thank you so very much today. We're almost 1 hour speaking and discussing, and I can talk to you more and more, much more.
I
But it was amazing interview today, and you share such amazing. Stuff and your research and about your book. So please, if you have something like to shift your career, whatever you have, just connect with MykimTran.com or Wake Up Foundation, or she's on LinkedIn, she's in Reddit, she's on Instagram, on Facebook, but you can go and connect with her on her website. We have a lot of reports to download for free of charge. And also you can connect with Dr. Mykim to help you to hear your voice and to see what are your pain points. Thanks again. I really appreciate your time and thank you really, really for joining today. And I cannot wait to have you again in my podcast.
Oh, thank you so much for having me again. I always enjoy talking to you. So
Me too. And always a joy to learn new things, Dr. Mykim. Thank you for sharing everything today. I wish you such a great day and see you very, very soon.
thank
And
you.
cannot wait your new book. I think that you will write new one.
Yes,
But we
I'm in
need
the
to read
process.
this one. Thank
But
you
yeah.
again. Thank you so very much. Be blessed. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.